We're so proud that we're capitalism at its best, you know, but it's really not. It's not what we have going on now in the States. It's not a good system, especially in the healthcare world. So I think we're coming down we're going down the right path, but it's a path that, like FDR, if he had stayed alive when he was president, he was, what Obama's doing now isn't even what FDR wanted to put in place after World War II.
Say one thing, do another, and bumping down in your house, station down. We ain't got room for your politics here. Politicians make a bad name for that. It's not a fair life, burning metal, set off by and dying sun. And now women, they circle like cover wagons, trying their love back from where they get going. And now
I feel like if people could just, I don't know, have the foresight to know that in the long run, this is, if everyone has the right to good health care, you know, how can that be a bad thing?
I've come from the land of the shaman, where the innocent are taken to the pavement. Won't somebody just tell them? Won't somebody, oh, won't somebody, oh, 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 oh. Won't you please look after my children?
Yeah, we're planning on doing it actually the last week of our tour with John Butler this May and June. So it was a success. And
so we're calling all the crows, they come in slow. It's gonna be a showdown. Said the rebel to the revolutionary. Come with
people who joined us on the tour were awesome. So it was really fun. So we're doing it again soon. We'll try to do with even more kids. There may be like a Chad and Friends tour, like kind of like the Calling All Crows benefit shows that are acoustic with just a bunch of friends. And we get together and they play a few songs and I play a few songs, and we come together and do some covers, and that's really fun. And it's there's some thought of taking that on the road for a couple weeks around the States.
It's a peculiar situation, spreading the leaders of the wealthy nation don't care of the damage they've done. It's so out here beyond Mother Harbor Court for the investigation, but all they know it's their retaliation. So they appeal to the dog stars, but he tips his side and he says no. Don't need your word control, any opinion on being a illegal. Don't you know that we are eager for pardon, that chance we're taking? Who's to say that we are destined just to fall at your feet? Yesterday, and so are we the people of the earth rolling around.
Oh, some of my favorites are like White Buffalo, Elephant Revival, Matt Embry, I love. Chris Vellon, an old friend of mine who's a really talented guy. Those are like top of my list at the moment. Yeah, they're great. And I don't know, people, especially in Germany, ask about Dispatch all the time and when's the next time we're gonna play, because I think we'll play it at some point. I'm just not really sure when. We're on this kind of cycle of every 3 to 4 years, so we're sort of coming up on something maybe. But Brad and I are due for a call, so we'll see.
Trace that scar like we did 10 years before.
I don't think it was a bet. I think it just felt like that it was such a wild day, like that I needed to dress appropriately, you know, because it was such a unique day. Also, I am a big Blind Melon fan, and Shannon Hoon wore a dress at Woodstock '94, I think. And I think I don't know. I think it's nice to kind of mess with the lines of conformity a little bit. You know, it's a subtle move, but you know, men don't wear skirts and they're pretty comfortable. Maybe we should.
Slingshot sting. I got my trash can lit on my wing. One night at a round table, I was working on a straight and narrow. You came at me like a cannonball. I saw you sleeping in the city stables. You made me feel out of 10 feet tall. The coming fall with the rules and the cops and the code and all together, and together we fall through the cracks in the city street. Through the cracks in the city street. That's right, sit straight. When listen up, we are the Knights of Bostonia. Tell the court to tell the king that we ain't listening to you no more. We are the Knights of Bostonia. Only you can set you free. Would follow you out of the city, up Dart of the Avenue. Dark man said the water gonna kill me. Better that than sitting still. The coming order, coming forward, the rules and the cops and the cold and all together, and together we fall through the cracks in the city street. Yeah, through the cracks in the city street. That's right, sit straight. Well, listen up, we are the Knights of Bostonia.
The story's historically the story's there, so I do need to work on it. But the story itself is in the history books. But I haven't been working on it, and I think it may be a similar. It might be like a similar chord progression, but just more of a punk song, I guess. That would be that's